What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy IX Weapon Man Run. Okay, so here we are in Grand Ball and in the planet of Terra, and like I said, like I said in the last video, this is almost a point of no return point. This is almost like a point of no return for this game. So yeah. So keep that in mind as you enter Terra. But yeah, so you can do Magnet here. It's not really important. You don't need to do it. You do get a Koopa Nut if you don't have one in your inventory and you're interested in that. There is a Mog shop which has updated weapons and stuff like that. Defender for what's his name, Steiner. Holy Lance for Freya. The Avenger Claws for Amaranth. Mithril Rackets, which you do need to make into different stuff later on. Bistro Fork, if you haven't gotten that already from catching frogs. If you have been regularly catching frogs, you will probably get the Bistro Fork from Quale, so I wouldn't even worry about that. Rising Sun's a good throw weapon for Amaranth there. Dragon Wrists, which are pretty good. I think they teach something different than what I had before. Defense Gloves are actually pretty good too. I'm getting one of those. And other stuff like that. Yeah, so I think I've already did a good amount of shopping there. Oh, Platino Armor, we can get both of those there. Very good. Sell a couple of ethers, get some money back a little bit, and we should be good. Okay. And there's also Stiltskin. Definitely talk to him so you can buy good stuff from him. Stiltskin is missable. Because when you leave Terra, you leave Terra, and no coming back to Terra. It's not like the It's not like the moon in Final Fantasy IV where you where you can go to and from. Yeah. And yeah, the people in Bron Ball, as you'll see, are very, they don't really possess much emotion or whatever. So yeah. You can get angel earrings right there, just laying there. So if you didn't get those during the attack on Alexandria, where you send Steiner's soldiers to defend Alexandria, you can just get it there. So yeah. Now I have two. So there you go. Okay, cool. What I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try and finish this entire game, this entire playthrough in the next 4 videos. So yeah, I'm probably going to be skipping some text or not talking to a whole bunch of people and stuff like that, just so I can progress the plot a bit more than I would if I didn't do that. So yeah. And yeah, so this mysterious girl here is messing with Eiko a little bit. Wow. Calls her a bimbo. Yeah, this game, yeah. 20 years after, it has some pretty questionable language, according to today's politically correct standards. I don't get offended by any of this stuff. Some other gamers in 2020 might. So yeah. But yeah, as you can see, Zidane really is having a tough time concentrating and doesn't know why. So yeah. And finally we get a clear memory of what Princess Garnet remembers from as she was traveling to Alexandria. In that first opening scene, that's her and her actual mother escaping Madain Seri when the Invincible was attacking it. And yeah, it's all the same airship. And yeah, Steiner's getting pretty upset about it and stuff like that. And yeah, it was pretty much, and as you'll see as this game progresses, as these segments progress, you will see that there's a reason why the Invincible was doing that. Yeah, so You go calling that girl a pervert. There's no jealousy there. Anyways, let's go back and get treasure within the elixir. Very good. Those will be coming in handy. I will be using those later on because MP attack is going to be extremely useful. And yeah, so as that Terra person thing just mentioned, the beings in Terra don't really have a gender or sex, and most of them are agender and most of them are asexual. So they don't reproduce, they don't have sex, none of that stuff. So yeah. And yeah, so pretty much Zidane is what is called a genome. So just like Vivi, he is something that was just made from someone. And yeah. And yeah, as you can see, Zidane's catching on to the fact that all these genomes, none of them really get emotional and stuff like that. And yeah, this girl, for some reason, has some emotions, a little bit of emotions. And you'll see exactly so you'll see exactly what Zidane's purpose was later on. Again, everything you find here is missable, so it would behoove you to search as much as you can for as much stuff as possible, because when you miss it, it's over. So yeah, this is some backstory here. So this was briefly mentioned in Elver. So the people of Terra had their civilization destroyed, and they want to bring it back. And the only way they can bring it back is, and that's a pretty important line too, because Garland, of course, is from Final Fantasy 1, and there's some theories that I have that I believe that Final Fantasy 1 is actually a direct sequel to this, and this is taking place during the 2000 years that you go back in, and that Final Fantasy 1 actually takes place on Terra and not on Gaia. And yeah, so and that is the purpose for the Invincible. It's to pretty much chase down every summoner, no matter where they go, and try to kill them all. Because the more people who get killed in Gaia, the more souls go to Terra. So there you go. And I will actually I'll do a separate video about the theory I have that Final Fantasy 1 is actually a direct sequel to this, and that this is taking place 2,000 years after, or before Final Fantasy 1. Because as you just heard from that girl, that Garland used a more forceful method to try to restore Terra, but he wasn't able to do it. But he's been trying to do it ever since. And he's still trying to do it now. So, yeah. So now we take place of Echo. Now we're Echo. There's active time events which give you a little bit more backstory. But none of that's really important, or it's not important for what I want to do. So let me just go ahead and I can't come here yet. Oops. Let me go over to... Here's Vivi. Let me go ahead and talk to him. Yeah, so you can get these other players to join you if you want. There's Stiltskin. Again, And you need to talk to him right there. That's the last time you're going to be able to see him in Terra. So, yeah. Yeah, so you can get all these people in your party. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought the girl was down here, but she... I believe she is somewhere else. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, I do want to watch this active time event because it's pretty cool. So here's Zidane, and gonna follow this girl into wherever this place is. And here's Amaranth. Gotta love the dynamics between Zidane and Amaranth. So there you go. Good stuff. Here's Zidane says, I don't have parents. And it's true. He doesn't. He was made by Garland. So I think that's what you needed in order to oh no, that's just the genome. Never mind. Okay. So here is Amaranth. There you go. Okay. And now you have, there you go. Good stuff. I think you need to do that. I don't really know for sure. So yeah, pretty much Garland is like the last of the ancient civilization of Terra that they mentioned in Enver. So he decided to make the genomes in whatever image the genomes are, I have no idea, and then send them to Gaia to kill people, to bring souls to Terra. But he also did something different, and we will see that right now, actually. Yeah. And Zidane really doesn't like that, so he's about to go ahead and put the weapons on Garland, or so he thinks. So, and here's the girl here, yeah. Aiko's commentary in this is just epic. Ooh, that's a sinister name. Aw. Yeah. And yes, so the name of Garland's palace or whatever is Pandemonium, just like Final Fantasy II. And as you'll see, as you can probably hear right now, it has pretty much the same music as Final Fantasy II's Pandemonium, only it's slowed down a lot. If you speed up this music that you're hearing right now, you will hear not an exact replica, not an exact, like the same notes of Final Fantasy II's Pandemonium music, but you'll hear a similar tune. So I thought that was pretty cool. And no one believed me when I said that when my buddies and I were playing this game 19 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, man. Or when I first encountered Final Fantasy II, which was like 2004-ish. So yeah. And yeah, so now we're gonna get a lot of good backstory between Garland and Zidane here. So yeah. So, yeah. I'm not gonna like explain everything here yet because Garland's gonna do most of the explaining here. But yes, so what the ancient civilization of Terra wanted to do was pretty much assimilate Gaia into a new Terra. Not unlike what Lavos does in Chrono Trigger, where it goes to planets and tries to create a master being from the DNA from other planets. So the genomes here, they're the vessels of the souls of the people in Terra when they recover. So and Garland kind of made a mistake by making a genome that is very emotional and stuff like Zidane. It has a soul similar to Zidane, and that is Kuja. Yeah, so Kuja is a genome, and he hides his tail because he doesn't like being a genome, because just like the Black Mages, the genomes have a limited lifespan, and Carl just mentioned that 24, Kuja's pretty much 24 years old. Well, guess what? Kuja's pretty much going to die when he turns 25. And he doesn't really know this, but he also kind of does. Because he knows that he is a genome. So, yeah. As far as Zidane, we don't know when Zidane's going to die. And it is implied that Zidane is immortal, because we don't know when his death date is going to be, for lack of a better term. So, yeah, I think that's really interesting. So. And yes, so Garland wanted Zidane to help Kuja, but Kuja got jealous of Zidane, so before Zidane grew up to his age now, he, against Garland's wishes, Kuja put Zidane on Terra. And that's why, that's when he met the Tantalus and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's the reason why Garland wants Chaos on Terra, is to fill the void of Gaia's souls with the souls of Terra. And there you go. And that was the purpose of the Ifa tree and the mist. And the soul cage was almost like a manifestation of Garland in a way. So, but yes, but still, it makes no difference. The only thing we did was get rid of the mist, which makes people hostile. But the rest of the tree, that all the way down, before we fought the soul cage, that was the mechanism that sent Gaia's souls to Terra, but blocks Terra's souls to Gaia. So, and Garland made all that. And it's almost like and it's interesting because it's like Garland's like all Garland is trying to do is just restore Terra and save his home. And he knows he has to do it at the expense of another planet, which is Gaia. And I really wish this game would kind of expound on that and unwrap that a little bit. But you'll see, things don't really go right. Yeah, see, look, it's implied that Zidane can live forever. Live among the stars for all eternity. It means he has to somehow live forever, right? I don't know. Yeah, but Zidane doesn't really care about any of that because he's more human than Genome now. So. Yeah. But Garland creates, he can destroy as much as he possibly can, or destroy. So yeah. So Garland's gonna try and reverse whatever the programming that he gave Zidane or whatever. It's really hard to explain it, but yeah. So that's some of the explanation I have. As far as my theory of this being a prequel to Final Fantasy 1, well, that's gonna come later. That's gonna come much later. So, but here's Kuja. He followed us here for some reason. It's because he possesses Invincible for some reason. It was because Garland gave it to him, because he's Garland's servant. And so Garland said, yo, use this airship to kill all the summoners, take care of the Eidolons first, and those who can summon the Eidolons, because those are the strongest beings on Terra, on Gaia, and then take care of everything. And then the mist will just take care of everything else. And so this is one of the most infamous segments of the game, and possibly of Final Fantasy history. Yeah. And I'm gonna shut up here and let the music play because it's really good. So. Yeah. This car is outside my apartment. Sorry about that. And yeah, this is all going on in Zidane's head here. This is all going on in his mind, and he's like, he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out, his purpose now, because he has two different purposes. He wants to find a home, which he did in Terra, but it's not what he thought it was, and it's hurting him. It's hurting him, and also Garland kind of messed with his brain too a little bit, so kind of messed with his programming here. So now he's really worn out and tired, stuff like that. Yeah. And I don't know how these guys do it, but they go in here and they focus it on. And this is why I want to level up a little bit, because you fight enemies with Zidane and only Zidane. I should have prepared for that. I don't think I did. So we will find out. If I get killed, I get killed. I don't care. We'll see. And I'm sorry I haven't been recording all the time, just because allergy season's beginning, and it's actually been, most years I'm good, but this year it's just been messing with me a lot. The entire month of February it's just been really ugh. I've been waking up with sore throats, stuffy, that kind of stuff, nonsense. But anyways, here we go. So you fight, I believe, love for this game to actually, there you go. Okay, cool. Amethyst or whatever it's called. I don't know, whatever. But yeah. Induce silence. Cool. So let's hit him. I have him on auto haste, so we should be beat here. And other players will come in and help you. That's kind of the point of this segment. There we go. Yeah. Now Freya is here to save the day. I'm gonna use one of my 31 elixirs. Told you I'd be using them. Don't forget, when enemies start flying, they are a little bit harder to hit. But we should be able to take this enemy down pretty easily. These are some pretty strong enemies, I'm not gonna lie. It's very difficult, but we should be okay. We have lots of good stuff to equip and everything, so we should be okay. Oh, Zidane's dead, or Freya's gone. And okay, cool. Good. I do want everyone to survive this fight because you do get a lot of XP, so yeah. But unfortunately, these enemies do a good amount of damage for. They can be trouble, like this. Oh, it took them out anyways. Nice. That was lucky, very lucky. Good though. Yeah, excellent. See tons of XP for the right players too. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Good. And it's like I said in the descriptions going into this. I just want my average level to be a maximum of 40, so yeah. I bet you can guess who I'm going to take to go into the final areas and the final boss. It's going to be Freya, Zidane, Amaranth, or Zidane, Freya, Amaranth, and Steiner. No kidding, that's a no-brainer. So now we fight as Steiner and as Quina. We have to use these two players to fight something. And that might be a little bit challenging because Quina's levels are pretty low. Let's see. There we go. Fortunately, Steiner's attack power is really high. Do some good hit, do a lot of damage. So. Yeah, I won't even need Darkside at this point. Good dodge by Steiner. We should be good. When Zidane joins, like, we'll be. Yeah, there you go. And the way that works is you either, what's it called? You either do enough damage to the enemy or you get killed. You'll be fine too, so it's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot about this attack highway. We're good then. I don't care about Quina, but I do care about Zidane and Steiner. Quina can kill them, I wouldn't really care. Since I want Steiner and Zidane to be in the final party for the final areas and final boss and stuff. Alright, well, goodbye, Quina. Unless you have stuff that absorb thunder, which you do not. Boom! Done. Perfect. Excellent. And in the speedrun of this game, you have even lower levels here, so I gotta prepare for that. Steiner finally learns long reach. Excellent. Good. You get tons of AP from these enemies now, too. 4 AP per fight. Really good. And finally, Zidane's like, yo, I haven't concluded whether you're fit to marry the princess or whatever. Or the queen, I guess. So, you know, yeah. So now Steiner finally admits. He's like, alright, yeah, we have her, man. But Zidane just brushes them all off. He doesn't want a part of them. He wants to do this alone. And he pretty much dislikes himself for a number of reasons. Now this is going to be difficult. This is going to be challenging. This was what I was afraid of. Because this enemy... Oh, I think... I don't know if I equipped Gaia Gear on Zidane, but he has an Earth attack that will... He has Earth Shape. And... I really hope that I have Gaia Gear equipped, otherwise it's going to be really bad. I do not, but it didn't do much damage. All I need is for... Oh, wow. Oh no, we're dead. Oh, no way. Okay, well, haha. I didn't know that. I thought I thought that Garnet was going to jump in and help Zidane there. But apparently not. Okay. Well, it's okay. I've been recording for a half hour. I'll just get back to that point off screen when I start the next episode. And yeah, I'll just start the next video from there. And then go from there. Alright. Wow. Get wrecked. Take care, everybody.